Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a final test for a course and how to create a certificate for the course. So when students finish their course and pass the exam, so they can get a certificate as a proof of finish. And for the trainings, you can follow the same rules. So now let's have a look how to create a final test. So on ViVET, I just create a new course called test. We click in and you need to get into the editing mode, which is edit course. Okay. And when you click here, then you can see here add a certificate and or add a test or quiz. So let's have a look at a quiz or a test first. Yeah, when you click the add a quiz or test, you will see this page. And here you can give the name of the test. For example, for organic farming, this training is called organic farming. So normally here will show the name of the course or the training. So you don't need to really change it. Then we can keep it like that. Test. And then with this button you can start adding questions. Now we just have multiple choice for each question. So you can click here, a multiple choice, and now here is the field you can type in your question. For example, first question, what is the difference between farming and organic farming? You can either choose one answer is correct or several answers are correct. So here you can see mark all the correct answers. Students must select all answers for it to be considered correct. For example, the first answer, A, is organic farming use all organic materials. B, and something. You put the answer and then you put a C. And now here, after you've put all the questions and the answers here, then you can choose. For example, you want to make all of them are correct. Then select all of them. And then now you finish one question. Then plus here, you can add another question. Or you can plus here, you can click here, add a content for another question under. So here, please pay attention. You can set up the time limit for the test, which means how long the students should finish this test. If they didn't finish on time, that means they didn't pass the exam. You can set no time limit, which means they can take as long as they want to, or you can set a time limit for how many minutes as you want to. And you can also here to set up how many retakes you want the students to do. You can choose only one attempt allowed. That means after this, if they failed this once, then they cannot do it again. Or you can choose unlimited attempts, which means they can do it several times. Or you can set up a time as you want to. So for example, you can click unlimited. And here, which is very important, result and evaluation. So how many percent if the student can have to pass how many percent the students need to have to pass the exam. For example, here you can see 70% or 60% as you want, and the students can see which questions they got right or wrong. You can click choose, or you don't want the students to see, then you can also click. You don't need to click here. And students can see correct answers after test. maybe normally this makes sense, so they know which one they got wrong. But normally if you click one, then both of them will work. So if you don't want them to see any questions they choose are correct, then you don't need to choose it anymore to click any button. And then here you can add another question. Okay, I just told you, and then now you can save. For example, you finished the test, and now you can save, and you can click here to preview. And here is what the students will see. For example, they can just begin the test, and if I just choose one answer, submit and view score, you see I failed. Because I clicked 3 of them. I need to. And here is the page. So now when you on this course page, you can see here actually is one final test button. And here is where you can take this final test. You can retake the final test. For example, if I click 3 of them, all correct, then submit and view score. Okay, now I see I passed the exam. And when I go back to the course, here I see you passed with 100%. And now what will happen? Now is the time I can get my certificate because I passed the exam successfully. So how to set up the certificate will be the next step. You can edit course. Just here, right? There's a add a certificate button. You can click, and the certificate title, for example, this one normally here is the title of the course or the training. You can put here, and the value of course or training, how many hours normally, like 80 or 10 hours or any hour, how many hours your course is. And you can set up the level, like beginner or middle as you want to, and the current contents of course and training. Here you can write in the certificate what the students have learned. And here is the institution, issuing institution, because some authors actually they work for some institution, and that's why this certificate was given out by this institution. Or as a single author, sorry. You can also just put your name here, and the address of the institution, the signature of your as an author. And if you have an institution, you can also upload. You can choose photo to upload the photos, the signature photos of the general coordinator of this institution, or as an author, you upload your signature. Okay, and when you finish, you can save the certificate and see a preview. So this is how how it will look in front of the students. Now, normally here you have the signature picture, and here you can have the contents of the certificate. But because I didn't set it up, so now you cannot see it at all. Yeah, so after you saved, yeah, this step is done. So the certificate has been made. Yeah, not so bad, right? Not so difficult. And then now you can save again, and then preview. So now, for example, retake this test. I click 3 of them. I submit, and I finish. And here, this blue button will show me here is the certificate I can get. So for the students, when they pass the exam, this certificate button will show up automatically. And now you can see your name and also everything is on the certificate. For the training, it works the same way. Also, at the end of the training, you will find 2 buttons. I can show you an example. For example, this one. This is the housekeeping training. And at the end of the training, you can see this one already have a final test. So here you can, edit out add a certificate, or there's a button add a final test if this training doesn't have any tests. But how to set it up is the same as in the course. Okay, I hope you I hope you have fun with ViVET. We'll see you next time.